welcome to another episode of Japanese Anime Mania, or JAM. Guess what, guys? If you haven't noticed, I'm in the new setup now, so woo! Look at all the great background stuff that we have. Ignore this spot right here and a little bit over here, but that's fine. Either way, we got a new setup, everything's great, everything's going fine, but we're here to talk about anime, and today, we're going to go over something that's a bit different from what I'm usual for. So, I have said in the past that I do like slice of life anime. And going through some of the more tougher shows to get through, I was like, I need something to just relax and enjoy myself. So going through my queue and whatnot, I found a show that I really didn't think would do well. I had seen the character before, and I had heard of the concept, but I just kind of ignored it because it didn't seem like it would be good. So, for today, we'll be reviewing Ground Control to Electric Girl, or better known as Denpa Onna. Let's go. We start off our story with Makoto, as he's going to his aunt's house to live for the rest of the year. It's your typical, I'm going to get a new life and meet plenty of nice girls and whatnot. But as soon as he gets there, his aunt is over affectionate, and his cousin is kind of weird. I mean, really weird. As in, she runs around in a futon kind of weird. Now, the reason for her weirdness, you might ask, is because she believes that she is an alien. Yeah. And from there, Makoto's like, no, you're not. Get used to reality. You're not, and everything. Just get used to it. And of course, the cousin, her name is Erdio, is just like, no, I don't want to. Life sucks and whatnot. Makoto eventually meets his friend Ryuko and then Maekawa. And from there we have our four main characters. So what can I say about story exactly is, as I've said before, it is a slice of life show. But in the end, unlike other slice of life to where it's pretty much, let's go to high school and enjoy life and everything, I feel that Denpa Onna actually had a deeper message. Because the entire time, Makoto's trying to tell Erdio, no, you're not an alien. You are a human being. You were born here on Earth. And yeah, there were some things that happened to you in the past, but you just have to grow up and move on. Eventually comes to a point in the series where Makoto has kind of like an existential crisis due to some of the situations he has been put in. He's just questioning whether or not he should continue on. Not as in like continue on with life, but as in should he push himself to the limit, because in the end, does it really matter? So, before we move on to the sound and animation segment, I would like to thank Kyoumi for allowing me to use her cover of the ending song of Denpa Onna. That's what's playing right now, so it's going to be playing over this little section. And if you want to subscribe to her, I've already put a little blurb right here for you to see. But just click right here for her channel and go subscribe to her. She's great. She has a bunch of anime covers, and they're all wonderful to listen to. And this ending is just adorable to listen to as well. So, go for it. So for animation and sound, it is really interesting to listen to because it's something different as well. As I said before, it's a slice of life show, yes. And it kind of had the generic piano tune or the kind of comedic track that's usual in every piece. But this is different in the sense that, again, with its deeper meaning at the end of it all, it's trying to be more of a melancholic feel, and it has a more somber piano tone at times. Animation-wise, alright, if you haven't noticed, this is done by Shaft, which Shaft did 5 centimeters per second, which if you have not watched, that is another wonderful, beautifully animated show done by Shaft. Same crew did this show, and they did a fantastic job at capturing the beauty and mysteriousness of Erdio and all of the alien culture in this town. So, I want to thank Kyoumi once again for allowing me to use her ending cover of the Denpa Onna soundtrack. So, if you want to listen to that song, it's right here playing, and then right here is her subscription box. So go ahead, click both, one or the other, It'll be great. So thank you again, Kyoumi, for allowing me to use your cover. So, for the final verdict. As I've said before, slice of life is something of an acquired taste. Some of it is good, some of it is not that great. But in the end, I'm gonna have to give Denpa Onna the new ever so clever rating of Notice Me Senpai. It would actually be over here, so go ahead and put it right there. So Notice Me Senpai. Just because it's good for what it is, but I feel that some people aren't going to truly enjoy it all the way. I didn't want to give it the usual stream it, watch it, or just forget about it rating, because that's kind of in the middle. Denpa Onna is licensed by Nice America, and is streamable only on kissanime.com, so go ahead and go to that. And like I said, you've noticed it, so go ahead and do what you want with it. So for alternate recommendations, I would have to say Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions. Probably butchered that title, but there we go. For Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions, we have the same story of the main character guy taking care of an eccentric girl, which is kind of skimming the surface, but I will cover it later on and go into more detail. But that's pretty much the gist of both shows. So we got the comedy element as well as the weird girl that the main character guy has to try to fix. So, Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions is licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and both seasons are on Crunchyroll for you to watch. For another ultimate recommendation, I could say The Pet Girl of Sakuroso, which again, I probably butchered that title, sorry. But, The Pet Girl is, again, we have the same main character guy taking care of a very eccentric girl who's just a little bit out there and needs to be brought back to reality. Pet Girl is licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and is also streamable on Crunchyroll. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a good one.